Well, hi there. This is just a little bit more practice with unit rates, something that I did a video on quite a long time ago, and you're welcome to watch that video first. In fact, it gives you the basics, but here's just a little bit more practice with it. And as a quick recap, in case you haven't watched the other video, um, a rate, a regular old rate, compares two numbers expressed in different units. A unit rate is a rate in which the second term is always 1. Okay, the second term is always 1. Rates are commonly written in fraction form. Since the terms in a rate have different units, a rate does have units, unlike a ratio. Okay, a ratio, which is the video before this one, uh, there are no units. Okay. So let's express each of the following as a unit rate. Okay, $59 for 4 hours of cutting lawns. That should say lawns, not laws. So it's actually easier than you think. If you want to figure out the unit rate for this situation, remember the second term is always 1. So really, if you want to make a 1 out of this 4, just remember if you divide something by 4, like 4 divided by 4 is 1, right? So if we were to go $59 for 4 hours, if we just went 59 divided by 4, that would tell us money, how much money we are making in 1 hour. Okay? The other video goes into a little bit more detail here, but here I'm just going to quickly show you. I'm going to get my trusty calculator out here. 59 divided by 4 hours. That'll give you 1475 per hour. Okay? 1475 per hour. And that is a unit rate right there. Let's try the next question. If you walk 240 meters, if you walk that in 10 minutes, what are the centimeters per second? Oh boy. They've decided, the other video doesn't throw curveballs at you like this so quickly. But first of all, you got to change the meters into centimeters. So 240 meters, and I have videos on how to change from meters into centimeters, but let's just quickly do it here. It's 240 meters. To go to centimeters, you have to move the decimal over 2 places, which really just adds 2 zeros onto here. So that's 24,000 centimeters in 10 minutes. But 10 minutes, we have to change that into seconds. Wow. Well, 1 minute is 60 seconds. So 60 times 10 would be 600 seconds. Okay? Now they're asking for a unit rate in this case. So we have to find how many centimeters in 1 second. And all you have to do is divide. Take 24,000 and divide it by 600. Now I'm going to grab a calculator again here. I'll move it over. And let's type that in. 24,000 divided by 600. And we've got 40 centimeters. It goes 40, or that means you walk 40 centimeters per second for every 1 second. Okay? I'm not sure who would actually want to know that in real life. Sometimes math questions are kind of crazy because this isn't the most realistic situation. Generally, we talk about, when it comes to speed, we talk about a very, very common unit rate, and that is kilometers per hour, at least in Canada and in most countries in the world, kilometers per hour. In the US, they would talk about miles per hour most of the time. So those of you in the US, you are saying that is right. But here in Canada, we talk about kilometers per hour most often. Okay, let's try another question here. Speaking of miles per hour, I can't speak properly. A police car travels 9.5 kilometers in 5 minutes. Well, how could we change that into kilometers per hour? Well, the 9.5 kilometers is already there. Okay, so that's all fine and dandy. But 5 minutes is really how many hours? I don't really like that because 5 minutes. Well, remember, 1 hour is 60 minutes, right? So I guess, boy, 5 minutes. We could take 5 minutes and divide that by 60 to figure out how much of an hour that is. It's going to be a really small number though. Don't love this question, but sometimes we get questions like that. 5 divided by 60. We're going to get a decimal here. Ooh, it's not pretty. 0.083 repeated. 0.083 repeated. And that is hours. Well, what we really want here is how many kilometers in 1 hour. So we're going to take the top divided by the bottom so that we can find out how many kilometers are there in 1 hour. You just have to divide by whatever's on the bottom. In this case, it's pretty ugly. It's this decimal here. Let's try it out though. 9.5 divided by 0.083, and I'll just throw in a few more threes there. Whoa, that's 114 kilometers per hour. 114 kilometers per hour. Wow, that's pretty fast. 9.5 kilometers in 5 minutes. There are other ways, there's other ways to do this. But in this case, I did it this way. Boy, I didn't love that way. Sometimes I like to pick the easiest way to do it, and I'm not sure if this was. But there we go. If you don't mind, I'll just quickly show another way to do that. I'll be really quick. 9.5 kilometers in 5 minutes. Okay. And the question is asking how many kilometers per hour, right? How many kilometers are there in an hour? Well, 5 minutes. How many of those do you need to make up 60 minutes? Because 60 minutes is 1 hour, okay? Like 1 hour is actually 60 minutes. And if you think about it, 5 times 12 would give us 60 minutes, okay? So you could just go 9.5 times 12. And if you did that, you would also get the 114 kilometers per hour. At this speed, how far will the police car travel in 1.5 hours? Well, this question's a little bit quicker. All you have to do is go 1.5 times how fast you're going per hour. So 114 times 1.5. Okay? 114 times 1.5. And you're going to get 171 kilometers. All right? All right. Well, it's not my favorite question. I don't think there's any more questions here, but this is just a little bit more added on, a little bit more curveball when it comes to dealing with unit rates. I'm sure you guys have your own curveballs to deal with. Good luck out there and drive safely, especially if you're going fast like this police car here. Take care, everyone. Bye.